Dear students, in this video we are going to learn about Scratch programming. So it was developed by MIT Media Lab's Lifelong Kindergarten Group in 2003. The latest version, that is Scratch 2, was released in 2013. Okay, let's see what is Scratch. Scratch helps to create a program by simply dragging the blocks in the script area. It consists of library of sprite images, backgrounds and sound effects. So a project is made up of objects known as sprites in Scratch programming. So each object is called as sprites. A sprite is described as a graphical element which can be moved, turned, shrunk, grown, etc. So various types of projects can be created, like interactive stories, animations, games, etc. using very simple steps in Scratch programming. So you can share the project with your friends, modify it and save it with you. Right, so this method of programming is referred to as block-based programming or drag and drop programming. Right, so let's see what are the basic elements of Scratch programming. They are sprites, blocks, scripts and costumes. As I said, a sprite is a object in the Scratch programming. It is described as a graphical element. Next is blocks. So they are commands or instructions that are used to build a script. So we can edit the value of the block or select the new value for it using the mouse click. Next comes scripts. So a script is a collection of these interlocked blocks in the scripts area. Okay, so this every Scratch program is made by one or more scripts. Scripts contain instructions to control the action and behavior of sprites in program. Right? So what you understand from this, sprite is an object. So how it works, using by dragging and dropping the blocks in the script area. So the combination of these blocks are called as scripts. Then what is this costumes? It sets the appearance of sprites. Okay, every sprite has at least one costume but can have as many as it wants. To change what a sprite looks like, you have to change its costumes. Costume is not the dress, it's the appearance of sprite. Right? So let's see some of the components of Scratch window. They are menu bar, stage, sprite list, scripts tab, costumes tab and sounds tab. Okay, let's see the components. This is the look of your Scratch 2. This is an offline editor. If you now, let's see the components of the Scratch window. First is the menu bar. Right? So it contains menus like file, edit, tips, about. This is the Scratch logo and this is the globe button. And this is your toolbar, or we can say cursor tools. So this is duplicate button, this is delete button, grow button, shrink button and help button, block help button. Okay, next comes under the menu bar, you have all these things, and next comes stage. Okay, this is the stage. Okay, you have stage button, green flag and stop button. Okay, so what it toggles between the full screen and the small screen. Okay, flag, what it will do, it will start the execution of the Scratch project. Stop button will stop the execution of the Scratch project. Okay, what does this file contains? It contains menus, it contains some options like if you want to create a new project, open the project, or existing project, save the project and record the project. So all these options will be available in file menu. What does the Scratch logo does? Okay, it takes you to the Scratch home page. Glow button, it changes the interface language. Next comes edit button. It has options like adjusting the stage layout or use the undelete option. All this available in the edit menu. Next comes tips. So by the name, what you understand, it toggles a pop-up window that provides the Scratch help. This is the Scratch help window. Next is about. So it will show you about, it will take you to the browser and open the website to show about Scratch. Next is grow button. It is used to grow the sprite. Shrink button is used to shrink the sprite. Okay, duplicate button is used to create the duplicate of the sprite. Right? So delete button is used to delete the particular sprite. So block help, it will take, if you click on this, it will take you to the Scratch block to open a contextual help window. So it will provide the information about blocks usage. Okay, next comes sprite list. Okay, so this is your sprite list. So if you have multiple sprites, it will be showing over here. Okay, so if you wanted sprite information, you can click on this. Okay, this is the sprite information. Okay, next you see sprite list consists of these 4 buttons. One is choose sprite from library, paint new sprite, and then upload sprite from file and new sprite from camera. These are the 4 buttons. So this will open you the library, contains multiple sprites. So it has the category, theme and type. So it will show you all the categories. If you wanted to go for a particular category, you can click on any of this category. See, people, things, transportation. So if you wanted to click on any of this, you can click on this, double click, or you can click on the sprite and say OK button. So there are 2 sprites now here, right? So next comes sprite information. As I said, see, click on this I and you will get the sprite information. You have various buttons here, X position, Y position. See, it will show you the X and Y positions here also, and the direction of the sprite and rotation style. Okay, then we have can drag in player and show button. Okay, the direction will show you the X and Y coordinates. Then the rotation style, it contains 3 buttons. The first button, the first icon specify the full rotation, and the second icon specifies the left rotation, and the third icon specifies the no rotation. Okay, so next one is can drag in player. So during the project presentation, it controls or allows and disallows the user to drag manually the sprites around the stage. Next is the show button. Okay, it will show or hide the particular sprite. Okay, next comes, see here, this is the arrow button. So it will show you the information. If you again click it, it will go back. Okay, next is adding a sprite. As I told you already, now only I told you how to add the sprite, no? From choose the library, or you can, if you wanted to paint, you can paint from here also. See, if you click on it, you will see a paint window here. You can draw any of the sprite. It will be added to your script, so in your stage. Next comes adding a backdrop. See, if you wanted a background in your of your stage, so you can click on this backdrop. This is 4 buttons. You have seen like sprite. If you want new background, you can choose it from the library. You can paint the new backdrop, and you can upload from file, or you can click from the camera. So if you want the background here, you can click on from library. You can select, see, again category and theme. So indoor background or outdoor background or other. Here themes. So if you want to create any for any theme, using any theme, you can create the background. See, if you click on this, any of the backdrop, and say OK, the backdrop will be applied to your project now. So now see the 3 tabs here. So click on any of the sprite. See, scripts, costumes and sounds. These are the 3 tabs over here. Under scripts tab, we have various blocks. This is a block description area. Okay, under each block we'll have some it is called as block palette. It will be in different colors in each. So there are 10 blocks over here. Okay, these are the block palettes. So it has a set of blocks in every block. Okay, so accordingly it will change. Now next comes costumes tab. So the costumes will be shown over here. So as I said, costumes are the appearance of the sprite, right? So it has only 2 costumes. If you wanted more costumes, you can add. The same 4 buttons are there. Costumes you can select from library. If you want, you can paint new costume. If you want, you can upload costume from file, or you can click from the camera also. So if you wanted more sprites, see here, first cat we have. By default in cat only 2 costumes will be there. If you wanted, you can add it. I've added from the library like this now, remember? Yes. Next comes, see, these only, if you want to delete it, you can delete it, and if you wanted to make it, if you want it again, you can go to edit menu and click on undelete. So next comes sounds tab. So it contains sounds related to the particular sprite. See, if I click on crab, it will show different sound. If I click on this first sprite, that is cat sprite, it will show you different sound. If you wanted to add more sound, you can choose from library, you can record new sound, or you can upload from file also. So just click on the sounds tab, and you can see again it has a library which contains categories. So if you wanted to see all the music, you can see from here, or if you wanted to go for the go category wise, you can click on the category wise and click on any of the, you can just play it and see. Okay, and it will be played. If you want that sound, you can click and say okay, or double click it. It will be applied to the particular sprite. Okay, you can use it in your sprite. If you wanted to paint the new sprite, as I told you, you can go to paint new sprite. You can, using this objects, you can paint the new sprite. See, like how you do in the paint, you can fill color, you can write text. Okay, you can erase it, so you can create duplicate of it. So if you want to use brush, and you can use, this is your line tool, rectangle tool, circle tool, text tool, brush, fill color, this is eraser. So many things are there. You can paint also. See, this sprite I have created, this has been applied to your in your stage. Okay, next is saving a project. Saving a project. So as usual, you have to go to file menu and click on save and save the project wherever you want it. You can select the particular place and you can save it by giving a name for it. Okay, this is the way, this way you can save it. As you all know, there are two options, save and save as. First time when you are saving, you can use the save option and save it. If you are working on the same project again and you wanted to save it in new file, new name, in new place, you can use the save as option. Or if you are using, if you wanted to save this project in the same place, same name, then you can use file save option. It will be saved immediately. Okay, so next is opening an existing project. So you have to go to file, open, and click on the project which you have saved, and you can open the project. Okay, then if you wanted to exit from the project, you can go to file and click on quit option. It will be exited from the Scratch project itself. So now let's see how to move a sprite and how to write the scripts using the blocks. Okay, shall we click on the first sprite, and we can, this is the scripts area. Okay, so this is for the click on the first script. So for every sprite you have to write the script separately. If I am writing for the first sprite, that is the cat sprite. Okay, if I wanted to use this first costume for the particular cat, okay, and go to the scripts tab. So you have to, this is the scripts area. So you have to drag and drop your blocks over here. Okay, so for that, first we have to, I'll show you a project where we can move the sprite and it will draw lines together when you move the sprite. For that, first we have to go to control and click on this forever. Okay, and go to motion block and click on this move 10 steps. That means the sprite will move 10 steps forever. Then to turn around the sprite, so what should you do? You have to go to if on edge bounce. That means if you go to the edge of the stage, it will bounce. Okay, then if you wanted to turn it 30 degree before, so what should you do? You have to go to turn. So as I told you, you can edit the values here. So I am changing it to 30 degrees. So if I want to pen down, that means I wanted to draw a line after turning every time. Okay, so that time I have to use this. Okay, so I can, if I want, I can remove this sprites. I don't want these sprites. I am removing all this. I don't want this black backdrop also. So I want a plain backdrop. Okay, so now my script will work. See the scripts which I have written here. So I wanted to play this. Okay, for playing that was what I said, you have to click on the flag button. Right. So go to the events menu, events block, and select this when flag clicked. That means it will start moving when you are clicking the flag button. If you want to stop the execution, you have to click on this stop button. If you wanted to start again, click on flag button. If you wanted to toggle between, if you wanted to see full screen, you have to click here. Understood how to work with the Scratch project? Okay children, thank you.